I'm preaching on the story of the feeding of the multitude. And in this story, Jesus and his disciples are out speaking to a large crowd. Scripture tells us it was 5,000 men plus women and children, so a really large crowd. And they begin to get hungry and restless, and the disciples say, "We're going to have to feed them, Jesus." And Jesus says, "Well, bring me whatever food we have, and we'll feed them." But all they have is 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, barely enough to feed one person, definitely not enough to feed the huge crowd. But Jesus takes that food and he makes a miracle happen. And there's enough food to feed the entire crowd, plus 12 baskets are left over at the end of the day. I think that's what happens here in this church when we host Family Promise. We're a small church of fewer than 100 members. When I first came here and they told me they were a host church, I really thought that would be impossible. How could such a small congregation make that happen? But I'm amazed every time when the sign-up board goes out into the narthex of all the jobs that need to be done, people step up and do it. And they do it not because they get something out of it, but because that's what we're called to do. We're called to give our small offerings, whatever they are, however meager they may seem, and with those, God makes miracles happen. With our small offerings of one night on a mattress on the floor in the church, we're able to help families stay together. With our small offering of enough chili to feed 5 families, we're able to feed the bellies of all those families who just want to stay together. With our small offerings, God makes miracles happen. And I'm convinced that if our small church can do it, any small church can. Take your small gifts and give them to God and watch miracles happen, because Family Promise is a blessing upon blessing for our congregation and for all those we welcome in the doors.